Doc.
General.
Yes, sir.
Okay, mame emubono tell na me pile list be names are almost done. Okay. Obi besides say so is Kotoko any Gold Star are Kotoko and Gold Stars doing enough? Omahu boa a mudi kusi Ghana name ewa Africa. CAF Champions League, the CAF Confederations Cup. No. Are they doing enough from what they have done so far? Now, it took me to be any Gold Stars. Some co finding out said, dang, potty, and a course with Gold Stars. General, so far, Gold Stars is about finishing their signings.
Okay.
Omo aye as many as 8 signings. Omo signing 8 players. Actually, concluded. As a Chinese signings, no basically, Omo yen in them. Oma signed 1 left back, 1 centre back, 4 midfielders, and 2 wingers.
Okay.
In fact, Emmanuel Ajenim Boateng, a winger, Edward Ajiman, left back, Berima Ba, a midfielder, Emmanuel Kunto, Michael Nkwa, Emmanuel Ankra, and the likes. Now, Omuchiremze, they are looking forward to adding 2 attackers to the team. No man can say, we almost signings. We are not the free or more than near Megu Aquam saying, Yamia Dumade Uquia, the more concrete, Akobom Huedra, a Honor Gold Stars, Equaco prepare for the upcoming season and the Africa competition. Now, Omo share ni muse Omo preparation, no. I dare say, Omo bebo some friendlies in Accra. They are waiting for their Gaka for the country about the top 4 and in the competition, you know. And don't forget, we'll start the league before they kickstart the CAF Champions League.
Okay.
So they are looking at all these games as games that be prepared for Africa. Now, there bakwa aye Gold Stars for aye committee now omo put it together no Gold Stars African Cup project. I say you can't Gold Stars nankasa Asante Gold Corporation. Aye mining company kesiye. So our mining companies, 2 subsidiaries under them, BBN Mines and then Chirano Mines. Now, project committee, omo de mpanyinfo e Chirano Mines, and omo de be free BBN Mines, and omo de some football administrators, renowned football administrators be any omo technical team na aka boom. Now, she Gold Stars, will be an Sikano Dodona, a free mining company, no neighbor. So, in fact, omo task committee members and say, omo encom consulted Samates, omo ko African and saying, omo consulted Mediema, now for dreams and so omo consulted omo in terms of building a budget for the African campaign. Inti mining company na sikani free omo ban omo paying for na ne akwasi adu chief executive officer and paying for any technical team na transfer no my budget for the project. And it looks like the mining company is ready to make the budget, meet the budget for the African campaign. So it seems money is actually not going to be a problem for BBN Gold Stars. And the committee would also make sure that Omobebua shipping enthusiasm around their campaign and all that. So Nipakroni Bisasa, are they doing enough for me to set up a committee, African a project, the Biamika, and to set the Obo normal league? And you need a lot of consultations. And you need sound management. I keep on saying that dreams are one of the things that help them. So with this, anyhow, any almost sign and send them because transfer window ni ndru baby out. But if by now they've concluded 8 players, as a chance of start pre-season. So for me, they are doing something positive.
Okoba to us minchwano, but mamimfa we enfem quickly. Our Mohammed, the Abu Husa Oira.
And if you are there,
please ask our Mohammed if Muhammad Gago and Steven Appiah don't come ahead of Muhammad Kudus. Akosia Frane, Brukum Chelsea. Yes. Obusa Osre, also Muhammad Gago and Steven Appiah. Omo ahead of Kudus, I will say, Odinako to top.
Mede Steven Appiah be two in terms of career trajectory be two Mohamed Kudus. But I mean for
what about Kudus as
ahead of Kudus. But I mean for Gago and two ahead of Kudus.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Then I'm discussing Akofa a Gago ni Kudus be compare because they are two different players
They
altogether.
discussing under 17. More career reach to the top.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
play highest level of club football.
Yeah. From under 17.
Yeah, when you Kudus are also saying Gago,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
Serapia there also.
Well, Serapia, they're far ahead of Kudus. Yes. We are Serapia, Boko. Yeah.
Gago na Italy lecture in lower divisions in
Any Udinese
no near the but Kudus there Omayane big. Omayane big pante.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dog Yentozo.
Okay, General. On the part of Asante Kotoko, yenim say omunsu go signing so, and so far it seems about 4 players and omo concluded, and clearly Kotoko were juma bebree in terms of putting their squad together. Ebepem nempo mo mbeko no mo betra ho aho asem no mo nkanwie. We no sa the free ho no ma additions om ba be kan no nso so mo nwie. And now you be sorry that make us say there's an unfortunate situation where a key player in Intimen Wepra. He's a mainstay midfielder. Yes, that's what I'm gathering. He's serious. I'm sure like he's serious. Yeah. He was their mainstay midfielder.
So that probably the mainstay midfield for Kotoko in 2024-2025 now. None will be available. Because Tine Dubeko,
Justice
Beko, Intimani will not be there, and this boy, UCC ni boy no. Oh,
okay, Chidam
now.
Ushe midfield, defensive and central midfielder. These are the guys, and normally it's not good for a team. So if your entire midfield is wiped off.
This is serious.
Yes, the entire midfield is wiped off. I'm not.
Oma per replacement, Anna.
Because
in team menu, the is serious.
Yes, sad.
You know, Mumienu, in Intimenu, because Mumienu star near Pew.
Say,
but setting a ducra de na on ye regular.
Make justice blame.
There's blade in team menu.
Because no replacement.
Because
Diana.
They have to go to the market.
Yes. No, make us say many yao.
And the simple sir because compare as midfielder so baby jina wa open the all class. Inti ya akoko bi de na akope. Nipa bia ne de akope na ya na akoko bi de na akope.
Na akokutunu ya.
And then nso nye easy no ba so kra be fa na another thing. Because inti menu na ya kan the first season no it will be na for person mo pam no. And the year na fi de nra last season he was about one of their best players of the season.
Yes.
And unfortunately he got injured in their last game, the FA Cup. And then unfortunate. And at the end of the day, I can't money destabilize the team in the midfield. No? Because your main midfield, no, a team and Justice Blay, so when you are nothing to do, any microchage, all the fortune. It means you are going to fill the entire midfield of the team. I'm not too sure in Africa, Kotoko very risky. Say, Oyi, Samba Unel, Edenaba midfield. Unless say be a mufuze do flip Chelsea bay.
Zakaria ne ibiti me abo. Zakaria ne Joseph Abro and then Ansu. But you need those 2 players no quality is different from Samba as number 6.
Yeah.
Say just play and I say team no as 6 different from Samba playing as number 6.
Of course.
You need combat Samba na combative is on me no.
Intimate do a combative.
Very combative.
He will chase every boy in the midfield. He will not rest.
So not always played as 8.
Okay.
You know.
To replace me bed Diana. From the local
idea Chimuna the Franco de man say Okufu Biabano. Say all best settle into the midfield. Because Justice Blay has been consistent for not less than 6 seasons. Intimate first season and work. Second season super. And the only problem is that how does the person that comes in fit into the plan?
Yeah.
And only the problem but the players are more day by day. It looks as if they bring so bomb start you. Virtually person kwa new na.
Okay.
And said you Kotoko nchire say omo yetima they care about who check and I won't check. Okay. No one say who could be but I know no. That is the only thing. But I think that all the guys coming, said you, most of them will be knocking at the doors of a starting spot.
Because if I say Sadiq Al Hassan of Nations should be the guy who can make Asante Kotoko fans forget about Team Menu. Was it Sadiq Al Hassan? Beat me, I'm a Kotoko fans, no, every free in Team Menu.
Not just any replacement. No.
Or was it a replacement? No.
Sadiq
Adam of Nations FC.
Sadiq Al Hassan.
Sadiq Al Hassan, sorry, yeah.
Sadiq Justice Blay rather, in my opinion. Justice Blay rather. Very good player, but you know what? Will he have the energy?
Sadiq Al Hassan.
Yes. Or Justice Blay rather, tackling solid, good range of passing. But say cover space to say in team no. And I may doubt it because you know our experience is a Blay pepe. 10 years in the Ghana Premier League.
Sadiq Al Hassan.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He was the number 6 for the Wild Stars team that won the league.
Okay.
Into our experience here, the Bobono. This season he performed very well for Nations FC. But Justice Blay as number 6 solid. But picking the spaces, now he's so athletic in midfield like in Team Eno. And I'm doubt. But for the number 6 role, who will be our experience is able to marshal, sit back, protect the back line. Or no so. But Matisse on the deal on my trip.
Sadiq to Kotoko.
Okay, but this year in Team Menu a prayer day. Abia. Okay, because we are also on the edge and we are take it time. In course on to medical team ready better. Well, a Barry Maba told on your midfielder or your striker from Nations to Gold Stars. Barry Maba is a striker on your midfielder. Yeah.
But he's a left winger.
Wingers,
or a forward. Yes, just
but
like
on your midfielder. So
the Franco am both positions so and our
Obi can also a midfielder.
Ball list
of players.
Medical can say one centre back, one this, 4 midfielders. Me we no na me be both players in the yes, some of them I think I added or more.
Okay. That's the boy, eh?
But
Banu ni.
Sefi
boy say.
Seshine wo no.
Omutade ni dino etu no so.
So Sefi boy.
Okay.
But say can players can we free. You who they are kaka say we Sefi boy.
Gold Stars were done. I'm see them from Sefi then they pack to Champions League.
Okay.
Very much bad to the world.
Okay. The nations omu JJ Mkrankana. Wow.
He's also another hard working player.
Yes. But
but if I call him midfielder, would I be far from wrong? Because winger. Anyway, let's leave it.
All right.
normally left
side wingers, you know, sometimes call them offensive.
So first striker, you know. All right. Now, our catcher Sadiq Al Hassan no bought 29 games for Nations this season. 29 games. Wow. And check the Nations team. Now, in Nassim Ketuakra, there is a boy Yankasa. Sadiq Al Hassan.
And he was so integral to the setup.
All right, okay.
Very, very integral to the setup.
Okay. Intina and also Kessben television, Kessben 3.3 doc over to Asoka Krade Mayen. I go if I every UK anti emso nim very mabani papa say I worked with him at Shooting Stars. Shooting Stars na a team.
I watch Mota.
Okay.
Ebe Kumasi by say Achimota we Achimota training school.
Oh, okay.
No me training. The last time I call him.
Okay. Inti Sefi asawin so to be precise. On a brand new frame, so I'm very proud of the crew.
Yeah.
The Debia Bebe could be a dinner dance. Doc, yeah, it was so.
Yeah, General Antoine.
Who's a be a room on one town on your show, maybe. Okay.
At least, I'm a high effect.
I'm a high effect. I want to more to what on the Sokakra. Yanko.
General, a bit better as I'm very busy.
Whoa. We are programming. What's it?
That's a very I told me so.
So about some better also. I
Oh, that is it. Seven very
so over the bar is more over Rubia. Okay, but we remind you people anytime.
They'll make him be a
you make a page to the about Thursday. To be fair, I'm to okay. Yoko.
Obviously, I didn't think a my team di my matches, a my di my matches.
Yeah.
Now, my meme di my matches.
Yeah.
I think it's a meme di my matches. A meme di my matches, baby. You crew must say, "Cry, meme di my matches in the Binteno there." In the baby one was Subia. Me for me, boxing bout in your high papaya, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Even though time and near pep bout in the
Yeah.
Mayweather dodgy, swerve, but eventually when they met, at that time it was the most pay-per-view sold out. Just a publicity, everything. Because now Mayweather a huge, Manny Pacquiao a huge. Look at dear Mayweather one. Nye bina Tyson Fury and even Deontay Wilder and as Anthony Joshua Mo. Because these are Mayweather is an American boy and boxing is in America. Manny Pacquiao and so be huge in the world. And at the time now general, the two guys were so big. Into the publicity around it there. Me sure say Tyson Fury you seek, be it the one or AJ. No, none of them comes close to that.
Okay.
In my opinion. Obviously Stephen Tete is a Meloseko for my emphasis career achievement, but don't mean one and name.
Okay.
You see, in their early days as footballers, Nasami Kofo, in terms of flair, the act of defending, and I say Bobo, no, man, Stephen Tete. In their early days, Stephen Tete was very skillful centre back. Like Obeji Bono, or no one can know Pep Guardiola more type of centre backs nibi. Yenyi Bono, fine, name for Nantin Passy Bono, and we are Stephen Tete. Sami Kofo was a proper stopper.
Yeah.
And number 4, on Chimau, a ream, but later Kofo Bono be whom bopa. Say a mobile and Casapano, so I'll be whom pop. Tikofo they started with the near ding, but Bono be whom pop. Minim how he wants to compare them.
He's talking about talent.
Talent,
Because better footballer there. You cannot compare someone who has been at the apex of his career.
Yeah, they
in the
make
European
African all
platform.
time.
Yes.
It's a talent.
It will be a talent, no.
Omu nyina off him hono. Oyo Oseko from the narrative out there man. And Stephen Tete was the centre back for the New Zealand 99.
Yeah.
Only ACN and above for him 5-8.
Ebu
Emmanuel Nkrumah and then Lawrence Kenya
Kenya.
2 and 3.
It's made in the free national team we near the number. No, Bebo.
Into you are talented. He was
so
talented,
but he never got there.
For no there.
Or say when Kotoko, Obisi Kotoko will cease to be a professional football club. So man share THVJC no na almost share a Gaka for JC na general and Rami TA Mr. Ansa Gaka chair. Now honestly, I got disappointed. I was so disappointed. Amu bisa and say Kotoko for kit sponsor and TJC ya o ma yediama Kotoko yi. Kotoko for besha na say omo nche. And say omo guso
What's something okay?
Mr. Ansa obi baby say about Kotoko say ombe THV JC for
Okay.
the president cap or they wear the JC Gaka aye.
Yeah.
Who say Gaka aye JC for the president's cap? Omo dika unveil the omo de beshe house of
Folk, yeah.
e won cry. And she say ombe be Kumasi.
Yeah.
Na omo de abe unveil JC na so e de ama Kotoko.
Yeah.
Omo de. Ena na no Miki be ye wa ha. Se Kotoko omo di tu omo ni Kotoko se omo ko omo ni omo sponsors ni kasa ma sponsors ni THB ni say omo mpene.
Yeah.
Ese se Kotoko she THB Chelsea. Na Mr. Ansa say omo no omo nim Kotoko contract omo wo. Ene se semra mo omo kwan se omo sha na se omo nche. Into omo guso ni Kotoko kasa. And that is what got me pissed off and got disappointed. Because Gaka ne Kotoko ene has a dinkita hu bebree on this Gaka top 14.
Yeah.
Inti dane ba u team se uko ye JC there are 2 teams no. Then necessary. You need to negotiate and find out from them.
Yeah.
It is why ye JC na wie. What the sika aye JC ni nyina wie. Afa na wo be ka se unim se ne contract man kwan na man kwan. And it's so funny because ideally you need to find out say team no are they permitted because it's basic. Sabe Manchester United share Adidas. Also kobo tournament minti and then Man United emeje or the saying be a Nike and also Magic Pima and say New Balance measure because of that tournament. And you will not discuss. You go ahead and purchase or produce the JC before you come and ask.
Kit sponsor be na be prim be ma okwan.
Why never yes I deal with? Why is it done? Omo contract, no one of the clauses, a kit sponsor biano, you are forbidden to wear a rival kit.
Sure.
Or any other kit.
Sure.
Apart from what they know. Because there are no sikana or boka and they kit and say Oberman mileage. The bread do now Oberman mileage. We see they. And for me, it's so unfortunate. I know say Kotoko will not risk doing that. I'm not too sure where the money for the or the say President Cup ni free back because it seems say Oma to scannego. Scanner mudi Jesse no. Oma anya ade.
Okay. But is it late?
So by Jesse nevi.
Ma is it late so mo embosu THB in logo no.
Ewo. No
late?
kit sponsor will allow that. Because your kit or your kit manufacturer. On yet you say high sense. On your kit manufacturer.
Okay.
It is all the Adidas bar, with the Pima bar, with the Nike bar, Obama Kwama do high sense and album.
Yeah.
But kit manufacturer there, Adidas for M4 logo, M1 to Nike JC.
Okay.
Even designs no crano. Manufacturer be our design.
More designs. Okay.
O ye ni design ni we kura na say emfa so propose ma club A. Some person me kete design we no my amount. Se wo mpa wo ni ho kwan say o print sa design.
Okay.
Enti it is not done.
Okay.
General, asem we na nka me penhwehwemu na menye chi na ko bai. The situation of Babayara and
Across
whether Kotoko be available to them for Africa. Enti me sure some person me de konkon ho. I would continue with the findings say minya na me de aba because I'm sure say it's not something will be able to compromise it. Say has be boy Africa or mon on cry.
Okay.
Kotoko boy Africa or mon Babayara. Whatever it takes for them to do it, they should do it.
Okay.
Kumasi Asante Kotoko must play in Kumasi. Kumasi Asante Kotoko must play in Kumasi. Into whatever it takes for that to happen, they should do it. Enti eno de me sure say nya de say obi a be compromise that situation. Obi say you educating on FFP. Say European clubs no nko ho na wo na Africa ha de bi ni ana. FFP drama financial
so bodium kakra. Okay. Na yeba beto so 11C crowd back we by nanka oba na mo de ni nyina aka ho preko ansana mako Andy Kem enso eho o say this is why Kumasi Asante Kotoko must not rush to sack Justice Blay. I watched almost all the league matches. I didn't see any extraordinary midfielder better than Justice Blay in Ghana. Going forward, Kumasi Asante Kotoko must strengthen their medical team as soon as possible. As our players get injured, we give them maximum attention. Samba, Blay, Intimenu, Albert Amwa, Lord Amwa, Baba Yaya, Amidu, Ablo, and Saka are all nursing some injuries. Even Kamara. Also, be a precision. I don't know. 11C.
I can tell my brother, say, Kotoko has one of the best, if not the best, medical team in the country.
Okay.
Even the kind of services behind what the other clubs, players near them.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
And the kind of medicals or more boys.
Yeah.
And easy.
Okay.
Prano ebeba. But the bar nation and then the medical teams
That's it.
and
But who say medical team no ho by a coba e be discuss we players ni bi e fi omo ho e ko ba bi fufuro e ko twetwe omo nan e ko ye bibia enye medical team na ma omo sa attention yes some medical attention no beside Kumasi Asante Kotoko medical team no dey into omo kwan ma omo ko baby fufuro
okotwene
nine yes okotwene nine okoyes anema.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Medical team no.
Yes.
Nipa no so oje mekai Ganiu.
Yeah.
Ebidu be na beda ne ntokwa between ono ne medical team. Ono do oji di say
Blay you kura wa ibida.
Medical team ni feel say say omo ye ne surgery.
Yeah.
Ono so say omo ye ntwa no.
Ntwa no.
Because ntwa no we and recovery ne mo ano. Obeko ne krom no akọkire. Baako ne de okọ Kim Pfizer Osman.
Ibrahim Osman.
Yes,
Ibrahim Osman. Okọ Osman bae na na yamponsa mo time. Ono nso so the medical team de omo ka so mo be no. Ono so ompe no pewi. Now I'm not too sure where you draw the line, where individual I want a choice of the kind of treatment that or person any club policy.
Yeah.
Because omo orthodox medicine di nigidi ese machire no any makotwe me name no etwam emboa
Yeah.
ebebre susu adwen omo se me chekere ne me twena ene boa me nti it's another interesting topic altogether.
Nti yekoba na yenkodwenwe ho
Yeah.
na butima free team no members ni bia na omo so achi because I had players bia omo ankasa akope medical attention from Confederation ho bia amwa omo. Okay.
You know, players yeah. Been so a pra no ehihye wo mo hu from Nkurabrim because of training regimens and where they started playing football. The surface of your pitches no kura nti enya Dr. Sem. Your park na nkasa e boss one. Park bi wa ohuru na abisi ya na osisi nyina ase yo.
Ye come mo pra esenka medical team no hwe wo mo. Na omakọ outside the medical team no ekope friends say ayares arahwe yeah we ko twim na
from another medical
team
from
oh okay
me can pitches na program
kwa la me see ka play she pressure wo mo
yeah
ti me pressure wo na me answer
so mo nurse injuries also our players no nurse injuries yeah okay nti yemfansia na yebeba ababa twaso na minima de konti a ayi esrewo asemo Sifa Kosi Sifa Dr. Naru
some ka bi ba na Thomason
ai
na de intimi ni
also Dr. Shai
no Thomason mami nka
no gaza semi ko up and down so na translate kan ye oh move camera to do anya ko over translate na acho o de ba mi ni jara ekoba na yatoa eno so meko eye our meeting
so anefi no bisa date Ghana and England born 29th March 2011
2011
okay 29th March 2011
okay
yes that date in the board
okay
yes.
All right and I open Koja Samoa yes ono so timer odiji best player in Ghana
date exactly
no yeah yenkope na yefambre no doc yentoa so now wo FFP
yes yaka financial fair play na UEFA for na Dubai omo nsem nyina ne se teams da kukudams ne bi o mo wusika ne broso ntom to players na bi kura no aye nti sa na tie de information ya consider nto na regulate player transfer system na Europe enewo and some of the individual situations no enso so aye emra no in their way a omo yisu uko England almost say profit and sustainability rule uko Spain almost friend no 1v1 and 1:1 rule ebi ni Africa ebi ni Saudi Arabia Asia ne even America ne Brazil nti enya Africa nko ne bi ni something for Europe and it doesn't bind countries outside Europe. African is kind of cry was saying yedi kotu to be amana broso ni ade nti I think that is the situation.
Do I remember very well how the Herbert Mensah regime handled player injuries? As soon as they got injured, they were on the next flight to South Africa for immediate attention. I remember that of Steven Oduro back then. Maybe Kumasi Asante Kotoko can contact Mr. Herbert Mensah for direction in that area. The CAF competition will be very demanding. Let's strengthen our medics. Ajumewura nkasa 11C. And I do 9:30. Ekobo 10 11C unam sum ha ye den osome koso dokun to
baby onam so dokun bia
ni hu dokun bia o ni hu dokun bia e wo area no kan oso yesu jani nti na mi so on se me bia dokun no no o se e wo ho an do traffic light and wa far left no yes oni edike e friends say odike
the minor
and I do dokun to I love it see Youngway.
You know, be say America for ya omuso mu deport Ghana for your holiday. And you be a World Cup ni duru ho no mo a e be affect Ghana for yɛde yɛbɛkɔ akɔpie mu wɔ America ne bi anaa. Asɛm wei yɛ asɛm kɛseɛ na obi nim da akyerɛ asɛm. First of all, Ghana for yɛ nyinaa yɛadwene yɛ sɛ yɛbɛ qualify for the World Cup. Wo sɛ woman qualify a boost your chances. Na nsa na ɔman bi bɛgye atom sɛ ɔbɛhost World Cup no. Ɔmo ne FIFA wɔ apam no kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo ma nkurɔfoɔ kwan ma kurom hɔ no na ɛmɛhwɛ bɔɔl no bi na bɔɔl deɛ de nipa na ɛyɛ. Na FIFA Club World Cup yɛyɛ a dress rehearsal for the World Cup no. Ɛbɛgya FIFA ayamhyehyeɛ sɛ bɔɔl no gyaa ma Americafoɔ no nko a ɔmo nhwɛ. Because ɔmo bɔɔl no ankasa no football no yɛyɛ frɛ no football no ɔmo nhyɛ da mpɛ ne saa. So clearly ɛsɛ nkurɔfoɔ ba. But menim so sɛ saa nsɛm a ɛkɔ so yɛ ɛnɛ yɛ list Ghanafoɔ ɛsɛ about 188 or something ne ade no ɛbɛma visa gye ho ayɛ den. But at the end of the day ɛyɛ deɛ ɔmbɛma nipa no bi visa. Na akwantu general yɛnhyɛ aseɛ berɛ no a wopɛ sɛ wotu no ɛyɛ ahoboaboa. Saa mpa wopɛ sɛ ɔkyerɛ sɛ woyɛ obi apɛ football na wodi clubs anaa national team akyi kɔhwɛ bɔ a hyɛ aseɛ yɛ ahoboaboa. Hyɛ aseɛ Kotoko ne Gold Stars bɛkɔ Africa yi sɛ wobɛtumi akɔ baako bi a wode kɔ bi. Sɛ Black Stars matches bi na baako anaa bi a menkaa sɛ woanyɛ bi a wonya visa but ɛboosti wo chance. But sɛ wonni travel experience bi a wo passport no yɛ green. Black Stars kɔ America pɛ kata yi wankɔ bi. Yɛkɔ Cote d'Ivoire hɛyɛ Black Stars kɔ tournament ɛwɔ Cote d'Ivoire hɛyɛ wankɔ bi da. Unkɔ baabi da green passport wosi kyinkyina America de wopɛ Black Stars nti wokɔhwɛ bi na waba nipa no ɔgye tum ayɛ a na ɛyɛ den nti sɛ wopɛ sɛ wokɔ bi di a ɛsɛ boaboa ho.
Good morning, General Pewa Nana Pinkra said on stage yesterday, dear Kumasi Asante Kotoko needs an international relations marketing officer. Carrasco, Old Botiano, Accra. Nedi we have Carrasco, Old Botiano, Accra. Nana Pinkra can dear Ben. Edruwa Yentie. Was it the Nana Pinkra can you know? Kotoko here, an international relations marketing officer. Carrasco. Inti Edruwa. I don't know so person the councils here.
Maybe
so the Nana Pinkra can you know so I ready. Okay. Any Yentie.
Yes. Kotoko is a great team, historically and currently. We've been through ups and downs, just like Kaiser Chiefs, but we're using this opportunity to revamp everything we have. Now that we're going to Africa, we could say we're going to make an impact. We're doing an impact to the Confederation Cup we're going to do. So take a look for us, and we're happy to be here. We'll be joining you, our team, as the pre-season goes on, engaging others also. So thank you very much on this.
Thank you. Chief, tell us about the slogan, what it means, that slogan of Asante Kotoko.
Yes, the slogan of Asante Kotoko is Ukum Apema Apembeba. That is when you kill 1,000, we have 1,000-fold following. So since you fortunately or unfortunately to the cup the other time, now we're bringing in 1,000-fold to take back our glory.
Okay, thank you. And so
Kumasi Asante Kotoko is Ghana's most decorated football club, history in everything, with the most millions of fan base in Ghana. We are glad to be part of the Toyota competition, and it's a revenge game for us. Since they took it away from us on penalty the last time, we're here to revenge. And it's a good game for our preseason. We were third on the league of our professional league, and we've doing some new signings to up the game. We won the FA Cup, and since both of us are going for the Confederation Cup, it's a very good opportunity to test our strength. And also, we're here to do good work, review a big introduction of Kumasi Asante Kotoko as it used to be. We've won the Champions Cup for 2 times, The FA Cup, we've won it for 12 times, 25 times in the league also. And with a great fan base, mostly in Ghana. And we can tell you about 65% of Ghana's population is Kotoko supporters. You know,
Okay, Nana Apinkra, IMC chairman, Enra, South Africa, Toyota Cup lunch, no, I see. Okay.
It's a quick comment. Even before Nana Pinkras's speech, and of course South African, Kotoko needs an international relations officer.
Yeah.
It will be my dream to be to say Samojan. Kotoko contact no. Now come use as international relations manager at least. Brands and international relations. Imagine says Dewi as I'm working on a hono mokoya. Ubit me rura baby. Yeah. An attraction.
Sure.
The brand is big. Until they need some big stuff to add to it. They can consider it and look at it. They need a brand's and international relations manager because a lot of things go into it. You see, Nana Pinkra is learning on the job. Yeah. And I think he's learning fast because this is a non-football person in Ejumana Babetono. It's combining history and using the football terms and jargons and all that. Yeah. Sometimes it could be mouthful. Yeah. So for me, I agree with the person say they need an international relations officer. General,
maybe Jet be available here. Send one is on the house.
As a Pekotoko, you be my dream say any day if you approach him, it could be done. Okay. And then your day here time be free. As in when you need a face, you need a brand.
Sure.
I'm looking at, and he's an inspirer. I'm looking at say as a Kotoko team in maybe Africa, Mukona, I can see before the game. You man a chance on also can be kakra and financial players. No? Yeah. It has weight.
Samekofo,
Tuga. Tuga them say there be our bro, international relations, be our president. But yes, Samekofo is another top brand.
Sure.
Our time now so on it's not that bad. Until because Africa a project too.
Yeah.
Look, General, I'm even thinking the management so man Pencroff me boom Africa no be okay. Who is the Kotoko management members now? Yeah, in Yakuto, Nana Penkra. Akwesi apia. You could know na Sudan for so mu here Akwesi apia. No ko. Aka why. Inti this is the time they could even form an African club committee. Yeah. Nanke bi audi da menyamu bi wa probi or the experience eba wa probi or the journalistic point eba abeshim. Na mo ya ma na ye Gold Stars are there no mo yan me emefe. And I'm thinking say a distraction no mumpe and now the main decision or any person will take in a year ready into we mo anko so act here. African club committee ni de omo be ye adwuma specific nti anu free ho e bi omo awi omoko ni bi a omo to aso na omo ye de ompese omo ye but with this number there for Africa, Ghana League, FA Cup, General e be too heavy for them honestly.
All right, clarification be Barry Maba is not from Sefi but from Duasi in Kumasi. He's my nephew. I transferred him to Sefi All Stars from Duasi River Plate. His father, the late Ejaba, and mom are all natives of Duasi, and has nothing to do with Sefi. Okay. Intino the manyas is here, I don't know. Okay. Okay. Timo amosu of Sefi ni no paucho. Ese ofri Duasi here, Kenya si Duasi.
River Plate ne Duasi.
Duasi. Okay. Okay. All right. It's not Duasi here, Dote, Duasi, Kenya, na woko bonwiri no.
Okay.
All right.
And you know offer empeso nechibeira. Over piao.
Okay.
General no bisu bisase Kotoko realistic target for the upcoming season. Many awal in the February. Say Ubo League no na bo bedru sa stage na udi teda especially Asante Kotoko. We any other target for the league than to Saubergy League,
Yeah.
Into next season, traditionally, Kotoko, every league season, the target is the league title.
Yeah.
And to me, feel say winning the league by Kotoko in the upcoming season is a realistic target.
Okay.
The FA Cup is a knockout competition. And once some can the main physical winning league in the FA Cup would do quarterfinals. Okay. Then the Confederations Cup, yes, they should make it to the group stage. Or real group stage in we are the base,
Yeah.
Obi beside Baba Yara go Pramano so. When him say go stars so bebo Baba Yara. But as you speak,
Sir,
okay, from what I'm gathering, it looks like more prelims and person bono bia Baba Yara. As you speak, Baba Yara Sports Stadium is off the list of CAF approved stadia.
Yeah.
But normally, at the preliminary stage and Sanembeko group stage proper no, Yana standards in Nisro and Omutimi Bono walk stadium and your CAF approved stadium if it meets a certain standard. And from the information I've gathered, no, the prelims no dear Omube Bono Baba Yara. But Omugusunim paying for din koma require Omube Faswa. Omubetimi I left Baba Yara to the leveler, you bet me, I can say, Ibia, I paid the above back to the list. Obeka Ghana send a name. Yeah, Bebo World Cup qualifier, near baby, na hey, Quano. Omubashi shay, Bobby Bray to the extent, say Baba Yara, be ye. Season ended, Ubia Quakoda. Nobody is talking about it. You better try last minute, then we come up again. My dream say, I'm yet to confirm from Gold Stars. If indeed they also plan to play at Baba Yara, and yes, Kotoko ni Gold Stars in Kaboom. Na political influence be omu biano. Omu wavy that omu that political influence to get the politicians to do the Baba Yara Stadium for them. Because Baba Yara there a buying stadium, a buying nebeye. Na buying so ni nyuma dosu. Baby a pressure man no na who say here sabre no akoye. Inti say two teams ne ka omo etamba no mu MPs omo regional ministers omo KMA ne omo they saying DCs they should push and make sure this place is fixed for it, because if Gold Stars ne Kotoko bebo Africa na Baba Yara no mususu so mbebo na, it should become a national interest.
Okay. All right. A medical doctor friend of mine, the message Abbas is here. I mean, kind of clarification and education. In medical practice, there is a principle of autonomy where a patient of 18 years or above and of sound mind has a right to determine who should attend to him and which option of treatment he or she will undergo. This decision is reached after you have adequately counseled him or her on the treatment regimen, the duration of the treatment, possible side effects and complications, okay, other options available, etc. You cannot force anyone to agree to a treatment regimen. However, I don't know whether there is a clause in their contract which states that there is a particular treatment regimen that the players will be subjected to. If there is such a clause, then I think that it will be binding, because it's assumed that a player understood every detail of the contract before appending the signature. Thank you. Dr. Edward Adiku, Doc Edifree St. John of God Hospital, Duan Kwanta. Or Dr. Adiku.
Exactly.
Yes, Edward.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's the same thing that I was saying. Say,
Doc, yeah, that's it. Yes, okay.
Asemna na me can say, Oba medicals and I say Oba ayarshemua.
Yeah.
Why ebe show ya de no. Wona uchre sebio. Nipa senior ope wo yareshe. The type of medical ni adade. But say o sign contract with the football club. Na she football club no contract na wako kan contract na shem say wo yare a club no na ebe hwe. Na wo kan na ogitum. Now Tiasie, now sign there, and you are so my club.
Okay. All right.
Now club no be show no, and also to some extent, I'm sure you still have some level of options.
Okay. All right. Mami fa we sun twem say NSC omo de abrek kuma say Asante Kotoko ba bi on person omo bo Africa competition no. Omo nyanti Asante Kotoko nka.
Yes,
because Gold Stars are catching NSC say on bomb de wakra.
Oh, okay.
Yes. goals are some bobo Accra.
Okay.
Into NSC, Nsakasa and Krano. But they are here. They are here to hear from Asante Kotoko.
Ɛnɛ Midfield Kotoko sisi ya o.
Must say.
Ɛsɛ ɔmu nkɔmɔ ani sɛ ɔmu ni nsɔm.
Into the NSC, they are here to hear from them. Into any official.
Ɛnɛ sɛ ɔmu tɔ kɔmɔ ɔmu tɛntɛn na ɔmu abo ebi ɛsɛ ɔmu yɛ no.
Yes.
Ɔmu hɛ na ɔmu yɛ free hɔnom.
Okay.
General sɛ maame nfa wi ntwa to na
All right.
adi mmerɛ bi. Na obi bisa sɛ how many years na aka na Ghana club ɛbɔ club World Cup ni bi. Nipa korɔ na dama we de gye sɛ onya prophet mu. The prophecy no bit me use prophecy. But also the science na eje there. Scientifically nothing shows say yeah boa club World Cup.
With a prophet for
because
Our moment they do be as on so who has more kind of I can't walk on. Say a being sit down with us. I mean, what Marcus I said, a being sit down. How can you say that?
Bibia bit me.
That's a flat statement.
No, the BBC also.
Was it the year?
Say, there is no way I walk about FIFA club.
You know, I saw winning CAF Champions League. Winning CAF Champions League now at least some 5 years and we are consistent in and around. Na CAF Champions League, you know.
Yeah, it's had
Ali Fueni, Zamali Fueni, Wak Fueni, Wak for Moba Miyajibi. And we read South Africa for no Southern Africa.
CAF Champions League, Kotoko, and I had and a club from Ghana, I be winning CAF Champions League. Pace ya ekwi.
Nyano nankana na ya mponsade Kotoko kobubi ya mana.
But say no before so we go FIFA Club World Cup.
That's the hypocrisy here ya mana.
Say in 4 years, so magic friends CAF Champions League. Akobo FIFA Club World Cup.
No I consistent there.
Ebiana that you are changing criteria. Ebiana that.
Ana se bi o mabiem.
No mabiem.
Ana umbe bono Ghana na as a host country na.
And I said, yeah, one club be a winning four times, okay, on a trot. I cover our space in 2025, 26, 27, 28. Nafi, yeah, the coefficient, no.
Na coefficient in the account.
Na young count, I said, yeah, two finals, semi-final, semi-finals. They were, I said, yeah, a bit more, I usually qualify. And yeah.
Ghanaian clubs. Enco the CAF Champions League elite level no monkonkoji all to the semis. So Franco was talking about the size of Kotoko management and potentially if you are looking at clubs are likely so meeting me able to that level you are looking at Kotoko and Hasufu. So do two teams now you come and look at the size of their management. Two teams now look at the size of their management.
You have not even entered into the quality of the management.
But the size.
Ali management team name technical staff.
Technical team the last time they came here they were 20. Said they were 20. Ali technical bench in Kwan. No me 20. This year them pie bona.
Okay.
You know last one.
Tell our Mohammed Akumansi Asante Kotoko will win a Confederation Cup twice and a Champions League at least once in the next 10 years. We're working behind the scenes. You won't hear from us. You will see us. Alaji Porcupine or the Arab world, you know, to way back. Alaji Porcupine, what the Arab world? Then until they say we are working behind the scenes. Then behind the scenes to ensure Kotoko Confederation Cup. Now we do CAF Champions League. 7 in the next 10 years. And the more you the more because
you won't hear from us. You see us doing it. Yes.
I like the Pokemon. I was the last time I over.
You know, last time
easier said than done.
Sorry. No, Obisu Bisa say goal face. What is a mood team a dancing team no more than any day goal face. Now goal face so is it allowed? And I'm wait to me for Dino at their two also. And General. GFA ni control over name sa team no e de beto no ho so.
Okay.
But Chroma say ye wo aban adwumaku a omohwe edin uko register generals department say to say bia the Great Lakalas company. One abekwa ko register the Great Lakalas company. To ko register na e wo ho no ma na gu afi untua o unri ni wonye bibia na ye within free system na afei de obi fufuro bi etimi fa say din no
Yeah.
nti said the name Asante Goldface, if it is no more in the records of Register General's Department, Tim be betuma fedino, no a register or register dina, no they are coming GFE. Nti GFE they din 20 din abefa they don't control it. Name the Register General's Department and the control. And if you take the name and the name is already taken, there untuminisu. But if it's not taken, then you can take it and use it.
Okay.
Adama.
All right.
And friends of Jackson. Yeah, my Chelsea in Tono. Jackson has been super for Chelsea, and it will be unfair any attempt to make him look like a bad player. I'm a Chelsea fan, but I'm in love with Jackson. No, I'm not a Chelsea.
The question free the team in back.
Question about the address, and our problem is
problem pa.
I'm not a fan of Jackson. Hey, I'm not a fan of
So
Chelsea.
free man you abeka say we are a member of Jackson fan club.
Yes.
And you know
You should be a fan of Hoyland.
No, Jackson, me
Where's the BMV?
me supporting him from Chelsea, from Senegal, Sahara, and then be Chelsea. And the numbers are dead. My Chelsea number 9 over the years. And the first season, one more goals at Jackson, they are mammy.
Okay, in the second.
In the second season, the crowd. And Chelsea will be extremely unfair if a brand here Jackson, Omuyo Madwin say, even Omu Piana ko periphery. Jackson for life.
Rebecca Santana say no the case ni bu asiafu no so wan hwe ya aduma abusuani nyina obayi wafrim.
Hey,
Yeah, odike do waka no.
Jackson.
Ti so wan nye boko na o ma nya no kwa ma na anko. Na do wanu tuma oyi wafri aduma abusuani.
Odike miami nuano. Nua penyu back to Africa. Jackson
Okay.
born the ball.
Okay.
And wasum Chelsea.
Yeah.
The odema yi. Dey bi no mfa munye.
Okay.
Mo be yebo ni aye for se muja Jackson kwana even bench kwa mo de netra.
Mama me ni nkomo kakra. Okay, ba mi ra we na afi mi ni nkomo kakra. All right.